Almost every game has hints, tips and tricks during the loading of a new level or between the transition of locations. They are created to somehow entertain players because sometimes they can be really long. Mojang has put together its own loading screen tips for the better condition of the game, but almost all of them work for the Java edition as well. There are so many that I managed to record a full 18 minutes of tips and tricks. If you have trouble sleeping, this video will definitely help you fall asleep. You can change the look of your character with a skin pack from a store. Select Store in the main menu to see what's available. Iron golems will fight for you. Alter the brightness setting to make the game brighter or darker. If you set the game difficulty to peaceful, your health will automatically regenerate, and no monsters will come out at night. Feed the bone to a wolf to tame it. You can then make it sit or follow you. Wearing a pumpkin on your head will keep Endermen from attacking you. Sleeping in a bed at night will fast forward the game to dawn, but all players in the multiplayer game need to sleep in beds at the same time. It's funny how the time speeds up only to pass the night, but the furnace is frozen in the same state. Harvest food from pigs, cows, sheep, rabbit and chickens. Cook and eat it to regain health. Harvest leather from cows and use it to make armor and books. If you have an empty bucket, you can fill it with water, lava or milk from a cow. Use a hoe to prepare areas of ground for planting. Spiders won't attack you during the day unless you attack them. Feeding an animal will keep it from despawning. Build a pen to keep your animals safe. Honestly, I don't get the animal feeding thing. How does that work? Or I'm just confused. Eating cooked food reduces hunger better than eating raw food. Craft torches to light up dark areas. Monsters lurk in the darkness. Get the destination faster with the minecart and rail. I would argue with that. The fastest way to get there is with bows and blue eyes. Plant some saplings and they'll grow into trees. Piglins won't attack you if you have golden armor, unless you attack them or open chests and bastions. You can change your game spawn point and skip the dawn by sleeping in a bed. Hit those fireballs back at the gust. Building a portal will allow you to travel to another dimension, the Nether. Great tip, the best one I've ever heard. How do you build a portal? What kind of blocks? We'll never know. Use the right tool for the job. Digging dirt with a shovel is much faster than using a pickaxe. If you can find any coal for torches, you can always make charcoal from trees in a furnace. Digging straight down or straight up is not a great idea. Bone meal crafted from the skeleton bone can be used as a fertilizer and can make things grow instantly. Everything is great this time. They even specified what you can get it from. Obsidian is created when water hits a lava source block. If the source block for water or lava is removed, it will stop the flow completely. Cobblestone is resistant to gust fireballs, making it useful for guarding portals. Blocks that can be used as a light source will melt snow and ice. This includes torches, glowstones and jack-o'-lanterns. Take caution when building structures made out of wool out in the open, as lightning from thunderstorms can set wool on fire. Strange advice, considering that the fire from thunderstorms explosion can set fire not only to wool but to other blocks as well. A single bucket of lava can be used in a furnace to smelt 100 blocks. The instrument played by a node block depends on the material beneath it. Also a very useful tip in quads. No one explains what kind of blocks you need to use to get this or that instrument. Zombies and skeletons can survive daylight if they are in water or wearing a helmet, and also if they will be under a block. Conventionally, even under a tree. You forgot to mention that. Attacking a wolf will cause any wolves nearby to turn hostile and attack you. This trait is also shared by zombie piglin. Wolves and iron golems won't attack creepers. This is all due to the fact that creepers can explode after one hit and destroy the player's building. Chickens lays an egg every 5 to 10 minutes. Obsidian can only be mined with a diamond pickaxe. Creepers are the easiest obtainable source of gunpowder. Placing two chests side by side will make one large chest. Tame wolves show their health with their position of their tail. Feed them meat to heal them. Different colored dyes can be made from various materials. Cook cactus in a furnace to get green dye. Some animals will follow you if you have wheat in your hand, and in some cases if wheat seeds, beets or carrots will be in hand. You forgot to mention that. Music by C418. Not quite relevant anymore, the music was also written by Lina Rain, Kumi Tanioka, Samuel Oberg, Aaron Sheriff and Gareth Coker. There will be an update to this game eventually. 4 drops every year, they weren't lying. Mojang has more awards than stuff. Well, there's probably no need for comment, I suppose. Some famous people play Minecraft. Most likely there is a reference to Canadian DJ and music producer Didmouse, who even has a special skin with ears, but trust me, there are plenty of other popular personalities. Do not look directly at the bugs. Of course, no one is talking about real bugs, they don't exist in Minecraft, except for Silverfish. The developers point out bugs in the game that are not worth looking at. Creepers were born from a coding bug. I think everyone knows by now that Notch originally planned to add pigs, but by pure accident got his axes mixed up and created a creeper. Is it a chicken or is it a duck? There is an ancient meme that chickens in Minecraft don't look like chickens because their beaks look a lot like a duck's beak. At one point Notch even said that he replaced chickens with ducks, which caused outrage. Jeb later said it was just a joke. From that point on, Notch always called them chickens, ducks, or whatever else he wanted to call them in the changelogs. Were you at Minecon? Unfortunately, I have never been, but I really wish I could go to it, if it ever happens, but recently I was at TwitchCon in Rotterdam. No one at Mojang has ever seen Jangboy's face. Jangboy, aka Markus Taiwanen, once held the position of 3D artist at Mojang. He was the one who drew the original logo for Minecraft. It's not clear why, but he hides his identity. He currently holds the position of brand creative director. Did you know there is a Minecraft wiki? By the way, yes, there is a sort of semi-official wiki for Minecraft. For a long period of time, about 10 years, Mojang considered it official, even signed a contract, but Microsoft decided it was a bad idea, and let's just say they canceled the license. Next, there are as many as 6 facts that tell you exactly what year and where Minecons were held, except for Minecon 2014, because, as it says, no one can remember when Minecon 2014 was held. That's because it wasn't held. It was supposed to be held somewhere in Europe, but the idea was abandoned for some reason. Always assume rumors are false, rather than assuming they're true. The first version of Minecraft was created in just 6 days. It's true. I even did the first part of a retrospective on this topic. You are recommended to watch it. The link is in description. The Enderman language is actually English in reverse. The original name of Minecraft was Cave Game. I've talked about this in retrospective too. Pigs that are struck by lightning become zombie piglins. Endermen hate bath time. In case anyone didn't realize, these mobs hate water and avoid it in every possible way. You can damage them with explosive water potion. Sometimes iron golems give flowers to the villager children. It's a reference to the anime Laputa Castle in the Sky. The golem there also gave the children a flower. A spider jockey is the rare appearance of a spider being ridden by a skeleton. Traveling 1 block in the nether is equal to traveling 8 blocks in the overworld. You can smelt 20 items in a furnace using a block of dry kelp as fuel. Ocelots show creepers who's boss. Yeah, since version 1.13, cats started scaring away phantoms for some reason and ignoring creepers. Baby turtles drop scutes as they grow. Use them to craft turtle shells. Use sea grass to attract and breed sea turtles. Protect baby turtles from hostile mobs. Yes, in case you're not familiar with it, cats are hostile to them. Brew some water breathing potion for underwater exploration. Dolphins can lead you to shipwrecks and underwater ruins. Feed them cod and follow their trail. Use shears to carve a pumpkin. Use phantom membranes to repair your elytra. There are 3,587 types of tropical fish. This applies only to the world of Minecraft, but in theory they are available less because some cannot be obtained without the help of commons. Sea pickles can be smelted into lime green dye. Use hay bales to breed llamas. Compasses always point to the world spawn. Craft one to find your way. Note that it is written in the plural. This tip should be corrected. In fact, since version 1.19, we have another type of compass, the recovery compass, which will point to the place of death. Trade with villagers to obtain food, tools, and even treasure maps. To be honest, I'm not quite sure what was meant. We have 2 types of maps, treasure map and explorer map. The treasure map can only be found in shipwrecks, so the developers have done something wrong again. Did you know you can hold the map in your offhand? Leads can be used on boats. Yes, this is possible and it only exists in the beta edition of Minecraft so far. It's a pity, I know, but I like to have this in Java as well. Sneak or wear Frostwalker's boots to walk safely on magma blocks. You can gather cobwebs using shears. Before you mine diamonds, redstone or gold, make sure you're using an iron or diamond pickaxe or the ore one drop. Gold is more abundant in Mesa and the nether biomes. Elytra can be used to glide. Find them in the End City ships. Test out some new features by turning on the experimental gameplay option. Tridents are dropped by the drowned and can be held or thrown. Monsters that are killed by skeleton arrows have a chance of dropping music discs. I think you already caught the essence of the problem. The developers do not specify who they are talking about. They generalize by saying monsters and in the plural, although the disc only drops from creepers. People like you make marketplace content. By the way, it's true. Anyone can officially become a partner, upload their creations, and get real money for it. Did you know that several community creators make a living off the content in the marketplace? This is in addition to the previous interesting fact. You can find skins to customize your experience in-game, or on select platforms use your own. It means that you can buy unique skin models in the marketplace or download your own standard skin. But on PlayStation, Xbox and Nintendo Switch there is no such way. There you can only use the available skins on the marketplace. Texture packs change the way the blocks, items and even the menus look in-game. Check out the marketplace to find new worlds and adventures. Apply to become a marketplace creator. Mashup packs come with a world to explore, skins, textures and even new music. Did you know there are over 500 community-created marketplace packs with more added every week? Join the discussion at the discord.gg/Minecraft. By the way, while the Minecraft wiki is not considered official, the Discord community is just the opposite. The developers visit there and answer various questions from time to time. Taming a skeleton horse doesn't require a saddle. I'll even say more. A saddle is not required to tame the regular horse either. Really? Maybe the developers wanted to write controls, then yes, no saddle required. Tyrite, you either love it or hate it. I agree, can't even argue with the fact. Phantoms are dangerous mobs that appears during the night. Make sure to sleep regularly, or you can be under the block and then they won't spawn. Zombies turn into drowned if they sink underwater. Nkin take place every year. Look out for the next one. Well, how can I say this? Nkin was only held until 2016 and after that there was Minecraft Earth and then Nkin Live. And now we have Minecraft Live. Using fireworks boosts elytra speed in midair. Just make sure they don't explode, otherwise it will hurt badly. Yes, if you craft ordinary fireworks with gunpowder and paper, nothing will happen to you. But if they are exploding fireworks, the player will take damage when flying. Do people actually read this? Well, apparently, from nothing to do when loading the world, we read, so all the ridiculousness of developers can also notice. Infinite wonders, endless possibilities. I'd argue about the first one, but I agree with the second one completely. Don't leave trees floating. By the way, this is writing directly in caps. Refers to multiplayer servers where people are often indifferent to the server landscape, just breaking trees one block at a time and running away. Spring in the water to swim. Riptide enchantment will propel you through the air in the rain. That's certainly true, but at least put a grain of explanation into this advice. How do beginners know what to enchant? Nkin Earth is a worldwide interactive live streaming event. Grab your items and join the party. Be nice to animals. The beacon is a powerful item that can only be crafted with a nether star from the Wither. Don't kill dolphins, you monster! By the way, good advice. Keep in mind that dolphins will attack in droves on the offender. Did you know that nether stars can be destroyed by explosions? Yes, that's true, but in the Java edition we can drop an anvil on it and it will not disappear. We can throw it into fire, lava or even a cactus. That's the logic of Minecraft. When digging straight up, place a torch at your feet to break any sand or gravel that could potentially fall down on you. You can butter with piglins. Shear a beehive or nest to get honeycomb. Use a bottle to get honey. Place a campfire under a beehive or nest to harvest honey peacefully. Your bees will thank you. Respawning in the nether requires a charged respawn anchor. You can charge a respawn anchor with glowstone. You can breed hoglins with crimson fungus, but it is dangerous. Yeah, that's a very dangerous idea. It's the only hostile monsters you can breed in Minecraft, but it's a great source of food in the nether. With the addition of this loading screen tip, a following loading screen was removed. Emerald ores are the rarest ores in Minecraft. They can only be found in extreme hills biomes. Yes, there really used to be such a tip about emeralds, but with version 1.18 it was removed. Need diamonds? They get more common as you go deeper. By the way, the same situation with this clue. It used to sound differently. Need diamonds? Try to get them at the coordinate y = 12. Frogs, it's small and blocky mobs. Again, no specifics, but we're talking about small slimes and magma cubes. By the way, they even drop froglight. The lace loves to collect items. If you give it a certain item, it will try to collect more of it. The device is a bit misleading. A new player might think the elite generates items out of thin air, but it actually just picks up items already laying on the ground. Frogs pick a variant based on the temperature of the biome that tadpole grows up in. You can collect tadpoles in pockets. Ancient cities can be found under mountain ranges. LAs love music and therefore interact with node blocks. Use a water bottle on a dirt block to get mud. When wandering in the deep dark, silence is a key. Explore structures throughout the Minecraft world to find smithing templates to trim your armor pieces. Need more smithing templates? Try to copy them. That's a great advice. I can't argue with that, but at least tell me how it should be done, because it's not clear at all. The Sniffer X seems to like moss blocks. To me, that's how you should give hints. You don't say it directly, but you also give a clue as to what to do. Mob heads make sounds. Try them out on node blocks. Some sand might be suspicious. Use your brush onto it to find some good stuff. Two players can ride together on a camel. The camel jump horizontally. They are unique hints and tips for beta and preview version of Minecraft. When you're on beta, you can only play with other friends who also own the beta. Remember, you can play on realms and most servers when you're in beta. Whatever you buy in the beta is real and will still be there if you leave the beta. Don't forget to create backups on your world before loading them in the beta. Please log all bugs you find at bugs.mojang.com. Do you have a great idea for the new feature? Tell us on the beta forum of the feedback site at thefeedback.minecraft.net. Thank you for participating in the beta. Need help leaving the beta? Check out aka.ms/minecraftxip. The beta program is currently only available on Windows 10, Xbox One and Android. Remember, beta builds are not the final product. You may find crashes, glitches and other weird stuff. Don't worry about crashing, because crashes on the beta means less crashes later. As you know, there is a unique version of Minecraft for educational institutions, Minecraft Education Edition. You can't just play it, you need to be either a teacher or a student, but it has its own unique tips. You can hold down Shift to take a close-up picture using the camera. Unlike science, you can edit slates, posters and boards over and over again. In new version, this feature has also appeared for science. Use Ctrl+B to turn on text-to-speech capabilities for in-game chat. You can export your Minecraft world to share it with others. By the way, strangely enough, such a feature is also in the regular beta edition. To have your peers connect to your world, pause your game and share your IP address. In general, this tip is designed for teachers. Remember that to use / commands, you need to enable cheats in your world. Done with your creation? Have others store your world in Adventure Mod to protect your work. To use Code Builder, press C on your keyboard or touch the agent icon at the top of your screen. Use your library to find new game worlds to build in. Looking for a specific biome? Try the library. Yes, in this version of Minecraft there is an option to choose the straight biome. Even more, I will say, there are special words for classes with a small chunk of biomes already selected. Very handy. NPC stands for non-player character. Yes, there is a unique NPC map in this version of Minecraft. In Creative Mod, players can freely choose to build from any of blocks in Minecraft. Your code building robot helper is called the Agent. Redstone can be used in Minecraft to create circuits and simple machines. You can copy and paste from a text editor to slate, poster or board. You can toggle keyboard and mouse hints on or off in the settings menu under controls. While in Creative Mod, quickly press jump twice to fly. Choose a default game mod when creating a world to specify the type of gameplay you want. Use the command /set world spawn to have a new player begin playing where you are standing. Choose a default player permission when creating your world to specify the permissions you want your classmates to have when they join. Press I on your keyboard or touch the immersive reader icon to read or translate in-game text. There were also hints and tips that appeared in the old console editions, but there is no point talking about them, as they are either used now or they were just rewritten a bit for the new versions. Overall, it's a pretty handy feature of the game. Beginners especially will find it helpful when starting out. Of course, there are tips that confuse the unprepared player, but that's what I thought. What if that's what the developers intended? Anything could be. While you're waiting for the next video, check out these ones. They're just as interesting. Subscribe to this channel, leave a like and hit the bell. We'll hear from each other again because we continue discovering Minecraft in a whole new way.